What's going on, everybody? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more God of War 3. And in the last episode, we knocked out the finale of story mode, and it was crazy awesome. However, it took way longer than I had anticipated. It was close to an hour, which is insane. That's like 6 times longer than what I normally make these things. So, we're not going to take that long today, but what we did do is we did unlock some new treasures by beating the game. We got some new costumes and we unlocked some challenges to do, but those things, my friends, will be for a different episode. For today, the thing that I want to do is something that I totally failed to do during the regular playthrough of the game, and that was get the trophy for Nice Tan, which is the blinding enemies with the Head of Helios thing. And we're going to go back and do that today, just for the sake of completionism and the fact that it's still pissing me off to this day. Now, somebody had reminded me, actually, and this is awesome that somebody remembered this, is that about midway through the game, I accidentally saved, I made like a new save file, and so it just left this one wide open here, and I never used it again. And it's actually at a perfect time for us to be able to do some stuff. So we're going to load this one up, and we're just going to go through and pick up that trophy. And that'll be what this episode entails, just because I want to be able to have it done and out of the way, because it'll bother me. So, we already have the head in hand here, and pretty much where it looks like we're starting off is right at the area. This is actually right after we went up and had that weird-ass PlayStation button jukebox moment. And so we just got the spiral staircase going here, and we're actually going to be right here at the Chamber of the Flame again with this whole bucket of shenanigans. So we just got to, move this thing along, and then we'll be able to kind of take care of business there, and everything will be hunky-dory. And we'll be able to start stunning enemies like crazy. Which it'll happen a lot faster than you think. I mean, this is still going to be a decently lengthy episode, but I'm going to try my best to not make this 48 fucking minutes long. I love that part. The thing there, it starts going, Jerry! God damn it! Stop letting it go! I told you to pay attention, damn it! God. Bad enough that me and Travis have to make shifts for this thing. Keep your goddamn hand on it. Okay, here we go. So we got some dudes over here, and they're gonna get all up in the way. Oh, I walked right into that thing. That was my own fault, really. Oh, I did it again. Oh, come on. There we go. That's 3. Good times there. Add them to the old counter. Trying to remember exactly what our surroundings are here. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can do it with these two or not. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, it does work. Haha! That is good to know. I don't even know what weapons we have. Oh, we've only got the claw? Oh my gosh. Well, we are very, very, very far back. For some reason, I thought we would have had the Nemean Cestus by now, but apparently we most certainly do not. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to pull it off again. I actually don't even know which one of these 2 Fulios I've already stunned, so I may just be swinging blindly at the wrong guy here. Oh well. There are certainly better people to do this with than what I'm shooting for, so we'll just kill him and get him out of the way, and we can move on to somebody that's actually worth my time. Might as well try it anyways, though. There we go. Seeing as we also took an insane amount of damage out of that, too. You know what? Thinking about this, I actually haven't talked to you guys here, at least, since before Halloween. So, with that said, how'd your guys' Halloween go? Did you guys, I mean, I guarantee there's going to be people that had the same situation that I did, and you had to work on Halloween, and whatnot, but what did you guys do? Did you guys get to enjoy, doing like monster movie marathons, or did you guys actually like get in costume and go to like costume parties and whatnot? Oh, is this the fight with, oh, perfect! This is actually exactly what I wanted. We may be able to knock out the whole trophy right here. Oh, this is great. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, dude, the fight against Hercules is probably one of the best places to do this trophy run in. And we get to deal with Hera and her drunkenness all over again. But yeah, where did you guys end up, getting in full costume in your Bruce Jenner costumes and and going out and getting super drunk and trying to get it in, if you know what I'm saying, trying to cram your balls in her butt or whatnot, whatever those crazy kids are doing these days. For me, actually, I didn't get to do any of that stuff. It was my sister-in-law. She decided to do her birthday stuff on Halloween, which her birthday is a couple days from. It's actually tomorrow from the time that I'm filming this, but so yeah, we decided to do the whole thing on Halloween instead. I was kind of bummed out because I had some plans for Halloween, but it ended up being fun anyways. Like, I didn't do anything actually Halloween related, which was kind of a bummer, but there was all sorts of college football on and like other things going on. But we played this game, and it was super fucking cool, man. It was called Telestrations, I think it was. I love Kratos' face right there. I can't help but laugh at it every time I see it. Even though I just played through this, a couple weeks ago, just seeing his face is so funny. He's just got the most, I am not impressed with your tall, gigantic ass up here. He's just like, what the fuck ever, man? I don't want to deal with you. But yeah, we play. I think it was called Telestrations, which it's pretty much. I don't know whether you guys played in like elementary school or not, but it was the telephone game, where like somebody says a word and they say it to one person, and then that person says the word to another person, and that person says it to another person, and so on and so forth. And by the time it comes all the way back around to you, it's more than likely not going to be the same word. But with this one, it involved sketch pads, and it was so weird, dude. It was so how it works is you got a group of people or whatever, and you all have these little sketch pads with like little whiteboard markers or whatever, and you all have like these little cards with like, it's kind of like Trivial Pursuit almost, the way they lay it all out, but you got one word that corresponds to a number on the die. Like on a dice, or on a die, I guess. It's not on a fucking dice. But one person rolls the dice, or the die, I guess, and whatever number is there. Okay, here we go. We need to go back. We need to go back. And then here we go. Oh yeah, look at that mass blinding there. That was a good one. We go. All these guys are gonna fucking die. So somebody rolls the die, and then you end up whatever number it corresponds to on your card. That ends up being your word. And so how it works at that point is everybody's gonna have a word. And so now that you've got your word, you pretty much have to. Somebody turns over this little tiny little hourglass thing, and you have like 30 seconds to illustrate your word. And so as soon as you finish illustrating your word, you end up passing you close your notepad, or you turn the page on your notepad and you pass it to your left or to your right or whatever direction you want. And that person, once everything's been passed properly, then once they've all been passed, then the person that gets your notepad, they flip the page back and they see your drawing. And then they try to guess what your illustration is, and then once they guess it, then they pass the notepad to somebody else, and so you keep going through this vicious cycle of doing this, where you go back and forth of sketching the word, and it eventually just gets completely out of control, man. It is so funny. We played it last night, and there were a couple of them that just got so wildly out of hand, and it was hilarious. I thought it was great. That was weird. I've not seen that. Hercules actually hit me while I was in the middle of... oh boy. He actually hit me while I was in the middle of inducing the rage there, and it actually interrupted the animation. That was really interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay, so we've kind of pissed him off now, but we still need to commence in doing this. There we go. That was a pretty good one. There we go. Might as well just keep killing. Keep going with it. Because they didn't say you have to kill people with this, even though it certainly helps, but you don't actually have to kill anybody with this technique. You just have to blind a unique amount of people with it. So that's all fine and dandy here. Oh boy. There we go. There's a couple new ones. Another guy coming rolling in here. It actually seems like it's affecting Hercules a little bit. He's kind of fouling things up for me too. He keeps banging his damn hands into the floor, and he's actually kind of making this harder for me. And not like the song that Next did that we all, you know, listened to in middle school and whatnot. Oh, we still got a little bit left here. Oh yeah. Oh crap. Oh crap. No, you don't. Here we go. This could be good. This could be good. Oh damn it! I thought I was gonna be able to pull it off there. Not quite. There we go. That helped a little. Still trying to get enough guys here. I got a few more piling in. There it is! Alright, we got nice tan. That's what I'm freaking talking about, damn it. See, I cannot believe that I forgot to do that. It is just so infuriating that I forgot. But yeah, there was a couple of words that were done that were so funny. Actually, the best one of the whole night was an empty bird's nest. That was the one. It was empty bird's nest. And so one person drew it and they pass it on, and the next person that saw it thought that they thought that it was a hairy hole, which so they wrote that down and they passed it to me, and when I saw hairy hole, I was like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to draw? Like a hairy asshole or what? Like, I gotta find a way to delicately pull this off so that it's not, like, the most uncomfortable thing in the world, because I'm sitting here in the same room with, like, my dad and my mom and whatnot, and I can't just sit here and draw, like a, you know, like a cat with, like, a hairy asshole, like, pulling it apart or something so you can see it. Oh, it was so disgusting. But, oh man, it was great. It's a fun game, because you'll get all sorts of weird-ass things. Like, one of my things was Los Angeles, or, like, one of them was a plunger that somehow turned into a fucking lollipop, or, like, one of them was, like, a family which turned into, you know, like, people on a fucking jetpack or something weird, or one of them was like, it was lasagna, and somehow it turned into like a breakfast skillet, and then it turned into like a UFO and probing and something crazy, dude. The game is so much fun. Like, it's one that, like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be kind of weird. But as soon as you start playing, if you've got a group of like 7 or 8 people, dude, it is absolutely fantastic. It is a fucking blast, dude. I love it. So, yeah, I think it's called Telestrations. If you can find that, I swear to God, you will have a blast playing that. But, you know, it was a very simple objective that we had to do tonight, and I really just wanted to get that nailed and out of the way. So, since we have a little bit of extra time, I'll show you one of the treasures here. I want to make the challenges be its own unique thing, because there's 2 different ones here, which God knows I'm not going to be able to do this one. This one is just unrealistically hard. I'll show a couple of them to you, but I won't complete them. The Challenge of Olympus, that's actually where the one for the trophy is contained. There's a number of different things here that you have to do, and so I'll cover that in a different episode. But we did unlock some costumes, and these costumes are awesome. They really are. This is one of my favorite things in the entire game. So there's the Fear Kratos costume, which is my favorite one out of all of them. And actually, if you can wear, you can put these things on, and you can play through the game wearing the costume, and each one of them has their own special little ability. And this one actually makes the game really, really fun, because he does quadruple damage, but he also takes quadruple damage. So you can't just go and blitzkrieg everybody to death, because you'll get totally slaughtered. And oh, it's crazy. It really makes you learn how to use blocking to your advantage. Otherwise, you're gonna get killed so fast. So here's Apollo Kratos, where he's got some of that Centurion armor going on. But what happens in this armor? You only do half damage, but you also only take half damage. So it's like the polar opposite of Fear Kratos, or, I mean, ironically, he's not wearing any armor, besides kind of the boots there. I mean, he's still wearing all the same stuff, but he just, oh, he's so fucking hard in that. Not like he's got, like, an erection or something, but, oh, just having, like, that glowing red tattoo with the all, like, ashen body is so rad. There's the Morpheus armor, which I actually think looks really cool. And all the orbs have double the value. I think that's a pretty cool little costume there. I think when Morpheus is actually a character in God of War: Chains of Olympus. So I don't think you actually end up seeing Morpheus in that game though. But the armor's really cool. The Phantom of Chaos one, particularly interesting. Red orbs are worth 5 times the value, so you can obviously max everything out super fast in the game if you play it that way. So that's pretty cool. I'm not as big of a fan of it, kind of that leather armor type of stuff. I don't know. It kind of looks like an old like 1950s football helmet. You know, back when they were not using the types of helmets they're using today. Except for, you know, no part of that looks like what you would have seen in the NFL at all. The Forgotten Warrior one, I think this looks pretty cool, actually. He's got, like, some weird, like, kind of dreadlocks haircut thing going on there. I think just seeing Kratos with hair in general is really strange to me. But I do like kind of the shoulder straps looking thing there. And just kind of that whole getup. And so enemies do only 1/4 damage. So that's wild. You would think with like the Centurion armor, or or one of these different ones that you know there'd be more armor, like more damage mitigation than that. But that one is like you're like the ultimate tank running around with that. The Dominus armor also looks super cool. That's another armor set that I think looks awesome, that if they would have just had that be the regular armor in the game, would have totally been cool with that. So he does double attack damage, he takes half the damage, and all orbs are worth double value. That's a really cool kind of trio of goodies to work with there. There's also the Deimos thing. Deimos is super cool. When I play one of the other God of War games in this series, you'll actually learn who Deimos is, and oh man, his whole body paint thing is fucking cool too. And so with that, health and magic orbs are worth quadruple value. So, I mean, when you pick them up off of enemies, you'll pretty much never even have to deal with chests very often, because you'll be able to pick up stuff at such a heightened value there. Yellow orbs are worth quadruple the value, so your rage meter fills up insanely fast. However, you get the red orbs do nothing, just absolutely nothing, so you're playing at just the ultimate base level. And that's another thing that's really cool. Like, you'll get all 4 of the weapons, but you can't upgrade them at all. So, oh, it's wild. This is a fairly like true to the game set of costumes. Like, some of these in the game are so fucking weird, especially like the first God of War. I can't wait to play that one for you guys, because some of the costumes in there are so ridiculous. I'll spoil one of them for you. It's called the Cod of War, where it's Kratos running around in a fish suit, and his blades of exile, I think they turn into actual like fishing lures. Like, they're just oversized fishing lures. Oh man, it's so stupid looking, but it's so funny. Like, you can't not laugh at it. So, oh, I love it. It's great. Alright guys, well, sorry, I'm chewing on my nail here. It's a terrible habit. Don't do it ever in your life. There we go. Got it. It was a hangnail. I hate those things. Alright guys, well, we have run out of time for this episode, so when we come back on the next installment of God of War 3 bonus stuff, we're going to go head into the challenges area, and we're going to take on that challenge of Olympus and see if we can knock out the trophy there, as that is really the last one in the game that we need to deal with. I mean, outside of the challenge of Olympus, the only thing left is to beat the game on Titan mode, which you'll get the gold trophy for that, and then you'll unlock the platinum. So, but we're not going to do those two, though. But I will get the one for the Challenge of Olympus. That's one that I do want to get. So when we come back, we're going to knock that out. But until then, my friends, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching. I hope you all had a nice, safe, awesome as hell Halloween. And whatever you guys did, let me know in the comments section. I love knowing what all you guys are doing on holidays, just because I like to see, you know, what kind of cool stuff you guys come up with. So, till then, my friends, this is your host AMF saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.